how's this? How's this? Good? All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kia ora. Audio all good? Testing? Great. All right. Kia ora everyone on the live stream. Before this game starts, I'm going to say a quick mihi. E nā rahi, e nā iti, nau mai whakatau mai ki tēnā Tonomana Reti Rapa ki te papauia. Morena. Kia ora everyone and welcome to this roller derby bonzana called Tonomana Reti Rapa. So it is wonderful to be coming to you all live. We're in the Central Trust Arena here in Palmerston, North Manawatu, Aotearoa, New Zealand. So, I am ko Elua Toku Ingoa, ko Hells Bells Toku Ingoa Reti Rapa, no Tamuki Makoto Aho. I'm Hells Bells, I'll be your announcer for today. Now I'll do a quick mihi for the Manawa Whenua. Ko Tararoa ngā Paimaunga, ko Manawhatu te awa, te marae o hine te tātou ponamu, ko rangitane te iwi. We acknowledge the ancestral lands of the Manawa Whenua, rangitane me ona hapu, such lands of life and beauty. Tina whetu ki te rangi ko rangitane nui ki te whenua. As their area myriad of stars in the heavens, the rangitane people are numerous on the land. Ngā mihi mā oha ki te koutou katoa. So fantastic! Welcome everyone to the live stream. So this tournament is called Tonomana Reti Rapa. It is a flat track derby tournament hosted by Swamp City Roller Derby in Te Papaioia, which is Palmerston North. So this tournamana will involve Adelaide Roller Derby or Ganua Country, Tamaki Makoto mashup team, which also includes Hawke's Bay, a Rector City Roller Derby from Te Whanganui Atara, and Sulphur City Steam Rollers from Rotorua Nui, Kahuamana Momoi, and Swamp City Roller Derby, of course, from Te Papaioia. So what's happening here is each league will play a total of 4 games across 2 days to ensure that travel, time and expenditure are worth all for all participants. So Swamp City's vision is for all 4 teamer to experience the world of roller derby through Swamp City's eyes through a te ao Māori perspective. Swamp City Roller Derby will demonstrate how roller derby brings out all 4 matapono, our guiding principles. And these guiding principles are whangaangatanga, kinship and relationship, manakitanga, kindness and hospitality, kohahitanga, unity and solidarity, and rangatiritanga, chieftainship to you all. So this tonorama is round-robin style and there is no winner, and it offers an opportunity for our development level to gain experience with gameplay, exposure, and cross-league relationship for everyone involved. So for our first game today, it is Ganua Country Adelaide Roller Derby, and our lineup here is 007 Pushy Galore, 07 Pushy Galore, 077 Ziggy the Kid, 106 Judge Juicy, 111 Show Pony, number 12 Alice Dawkins, number 20 Tudo, 207 BB Gun, 49 Honey Hot Rod, 404 Just Mel, 420 Bionic Mayhem, 468 Forza Sopal, 567 CC Slicer, number 7 Cab Savage, 721 Lemony Kickit, and on the bench is Jessica and Doom. And our first jam has just started, Adelaide Roller Derby. Alice Dawkins is out for lead. Rector City is still in the pack. Our jammer is 415 Ruby Dread, who is fighting at the front there. Alice Dawkins comes into the pack, jumps around the outside line, and is just looking at the refs there. And finds a gap on the inside line and calls the jam off. Fantastic. So that's 4 points to Adelaide and 0 to Rector City. Now I'll just read out Rector City's lineup really quickly in between jams. For Whanganui Atara we have 09 Flying Kiwi, number 121 Ray Gun, 14 Red Peril, 145 Ruby Dread, Madakal Emergency is number 15, number 17 Smack, number 179 Precious Pitbull, 24 Paddy Wacker, 26 Mental Fatigue, 27 Serrated Edge, 337 Ada Chivalrous, 789 Killer KO, 86 Latin Bolt, 865 Dizzy Gillespie, 96 Scrape on the bench Sting, Tino and Flair. This time Richter City is out for lead, but followed very closely behind by Adelaide. Now Richter City hits the front of the pack and is run back by the Adelaide blocker, as Adelaide's jammer starts to fight through at the front. Makes it through for 4 points as Richter City pulls off the jam. 1 point for Richter City, 4 points for Adelaide. And quick shout out to our Team Zebra here today. We have, I'm just checking it's the right game. We have Pseudo Stripes, Invader Sin, Bambi, Greta Graulia, Vengeful, Alice Dawkins and Crash. And our NSOs are V, Purple Parafay, Pi Paitea, Kill It, Dandy, Trialbull, Just Libby and Soul. There's a fight going on just beyond the pivot line. Both jammers are desperately trying to make their way through this pack. Richter City finding an opening here. Oh, they got swallowed up by the Adelaide wall. It's a very strong wall. Are we looking for help from some offense? A very nice sweep by Richter City. Gets their jammer out. That's number 17, Smack, as lead jammer for Richter City. Now jamming for Adelaide. The jammer looks like she's in the box. So this is currently a power jam for Richter City. Adelaide jammer, star in hand, is back on track. That's number 404, Just Mel. And 404, Just Mel made it through the pack. She's putting the star back on now. As Richter City calls it off. Morena and everyone on the Twitch stream this morning. Hope you're all having a good morning. Jammers lining up on the track. All right, jamming for Richter City. We have 145 Ruby Dread, and BB Gun for Adelaide is just out for lead. All right, here comes BB Gun into the pack. A bit of a scrum pack happening at the moment. Well, there's a fight going on up the front, and Richter City gets out. 145. Oh, looks like she's getting taken to the penalty box. Looks like a power jam for Adelaide roller derby. BB Gun is really fighting at the front of the pack. Pat's getting stretched out. She made it through. Fantastic. Richter City jammer released from the box. Hits the back of the pack and finds the gap. Just got swallowed up again by Adelaide. Oh, that's fantastic. Here we go, BB Gun is back on track. Oh, looks like someone might have lost something. Both jammers hit the pack at basically the same time here. BB Gun fighting at the front, pushing way through and makes it out for 4 points. It's 207 BB Gun. Oh, fantastic. Almost like a forwards roll out of the front of the pack by 145 Ruby Dread. And that is the end of that long jam. Jammers are released, and number 12, Alice Dawkins, gets a quick lead for Adelaide. Oh, and a nice little juke around the outside for the Adelaide jammer as the Richter City jammer makes his way through. Number 15, that is Emergency. Adelaide Dawkins cools it off, picks up the points. So we have full contingent of blockers on the track. Both jammers lined up. We got number 17 Smack for Richter City. And I'm just trying to see who's that. Number 007 Pushy Galore for Adelaide. Oh, and that was a big hit by Bionic Mayhem 420. And 007 is our lead jammer. Pushy Galore is out for lead for Adelaide Roller Derby. As Richter City jammer gets recycled to the back of the pack. Some really nice walls from both teams here. Absolute fight for these jammers to get to the front. 007 is out. And Ray Gunn does some nice offense through the pack to get Smack out of the front. Well done, Richter City. Oh, a nice Pushy Galore snuck around the inside line on the apex there. Makes it past Ray Gunn and cools it off. Oh, it looks like we have a pivot line start here. Some really nice lunges coming from CC Slider. Lined up, we have Ruby Dread for Richter and a new jammer for Adelaide. Who is that? 04 Just Mel is out for lead for Adelaide. A very good run. Really good blocking here by Adelaide's wall. Thus recycling number 145 Ruby Dread to the back of the pack. Nice 4 points picked up by 404 Just Mel for Adelaide. And Ruby Dread has now taken off the star and is looking for the pivot. As Adelaide comes around the outside of the track there. Oh, and the pivot, the star has been passed. Richter City pivot, gets hit out by 468. 468 is, oh my gosh, I got my wrong thing. Fortisapal, that was a very good hit by Fortisapal. Oh, and a really nice sneak around the outside by Just Mel. Just Mel is really going around picking up loads of points right now. Adelaide blockers putting on some really good defense, just letting their jammer run it long right now. And 077, there's some fantastic one-on-one blocking at the top there. All right, looking for the ref to finally call it off. That was a great jam. That was a 12-point jam by Adelaide and an 8-point jam by Richter City, so some nice high scores there. Like a timeout has been requested. Fantastic. So, a quick tautoko shout out to Roller Derby Streaming New Zealand, Seaside Skates, Fast Fuel, Central Energy Trust Arena, which is our venue, and Woolworths Awapuni. So if you are at the venue today, check out Seaside Skates, who are a fantastic local skate shop, and Fast Fuel for, well, all your fast fuel needs. All right, and we're back on track. Jam's about to start. Lined up, we have got emergency for Richter, and that looks like probably BB Gunn out for Adelaide, who's really fighting against that Richter 3-wall up the top there. Oh, trying to get that knee in, getting some help from the offense. Oh, that's some lovely help from the offense there, but Richter just free swallows it up, and BB Gunn is out for lead. Oh, there's some nice movement there by number 15, Emergency. Both jammers are now on their scoring pass as they come to hit this pack. A nice hit there on BB Gun, and that was by number 179, Precious Pitbull. Both 3 walls are really firing on all cylinders right now. Oh, number 15 gets the inside line. That was an awesome job by Emergency to just sneak around there on the apex, and the jam is called off. I'm so into where Adelaide's pivot line starts. That is a stance. All right, and here goes Alice Dawkins, number 12, and 17, Smack. And Alice Dawkins picks up lead with a nice sprint around the inside apex. Alice Dawkins picks up the 4 points. Looks like Raygun just took the star, is fighting at the top of the pack there. Pack is stretching out far. Oh, Raygun just got pushed out. Alice Dawkins hits the back of the pack. Makes it through, picks up the 4 points. Raygun is the pivot and has taken the star from the jammer. So it is now the jammer. Oh, just trying to sneak on the inside and got denied there. As Alice Dawkins hits the back of the pack. Does a really cool little spin move, but gets recycled. Raygun breaks apart Adelaide's blockers, but they're very good at returning to their tripod back in front of the jammer. Alice Dawkins makes it out, another 4 points. This is a fantastic jam for Alice Dawkins here. Looks like Raygun's got 1 blocker to beat, makes it past. Oh, fantastic. That was a great fight as Alice Dawkins is really hustling it up. Looks like the jam came to the natural conclusion of the full 2 minutes. All right. 5-second call. Here we go. Jammers get a nice run up here. We have, oh, I can't see the Jammers. 0-7 pushy galore for Adelaide. Sneaks around the outside. Is out for lead Jammer. And the Richter City Jammer, number 14, Red Peril, gets recycled to the back. Pushy galore makes it through, weaving through all of the blockers there in that scrum pack. Nice, Richter City out for the initial. And we got one blocker in the box for Richter City. Nice, pushy galore, makes it through the pack, picks up the 4 points. And Red Peril comes in from the recycle. Ah, pushy galore, sure does push, huh? That was really great pushing through that pack. But here comes Red Peril, chasing pushy down. The pack starts to speed up to catch those fast jammers. Good catch by Richter City. All right, can everyone hear me on the stream? Oh, the other side. Thanks, Prime. All right. Jammers lined up, ready to go. Oh, and a nice little jammer on jammer action by number 96. Great. Slowing down that Adelaide jammer before they get a chance to hit the pack. That's 404 Just Mel jamming for Adelaide. And it's a really good fight happening here between those blockers. 2 on 2, 2 walls here for Adelaide. Oh, it's great, just hops on past, makes it through, picks up lead. Adelaide not far behind with the star pass. Star pass 2. CC slider 5, 6, 7. It's great, calls off the jam. Picks up 1 point. Adelaide went with a pivot line start and then brought it all the way up to the back. It's a cool start. Jammers are out. Oh, and we're having a push at the front here. That is for Adelaide Jammer. Can't make out the number. 207. Now 207 is BB Gun, and she's out. We got one Adelaide blocker on Richter City, number 15, Emergency is jamming. It's BB Gun hits the pack, gets caught in the Richter City tripod, and gets, oh, so a nice little push from teammate number 49. 49 being Honey Hot Rod. Nice little assist there. BB Gun comes in. Oh, some really good offense. Again by Honey Hot Rod. Jammer's best friend. As Emergency fights the way, makes it out the front of the pack. BB Gun just swoops around the outside there for another scoring pass and calls off the jam. Richter City fighting at the top. 145, that's Ruby Dread. Oh, and there goes Alice Dawkins picking up the lead. Ruby Dread is fighting those Adelaide blockers and sneaks around that inside line. Oh, nice little juke and jump there by Alice Dawkins, who just hit the back of that pack there, that got swallowed up by Richter City's wall. The jam is called off. Jam start. Adelaide Pushy Galore makes it around the out, but followed close behind is number 17 Smack for Richter City. Oh, and Pushy Galore pushes down the out, calls the jam off, quick as you like. Holds Richter City at 0. Got a start at a crush at the back here of the jam line. A really good, ooh, number 09 is jamming for Richter City, is Flying Kiwi. It gets a nice little offense by Raygun and makes it out for lead. It's just Mel gets stuck behind Raygun and follows not far behind. They're starting to really chase Flying Kiwi down. Flying Kiwi gets through the pack, pushes through and pulls it off. Jamming, we have Ruby Dread matched up against BB Gun, who is out for lead. Oh, Ruby Dread takes that inside as 420 busts through the Richter City walls for some nice offense just before BB Gun hits the pack. Ruby Dread sees that opening, but Adelaide just closes it. BB Gun dancing around the outside line, but gets denied by Richter City. And just makes it, beats the blockers down the inside line. Now Ruby Dread is recycled to the back of the pack as BB Gun comes through for the scoring pass again. BB Gun, but someone just got sent to the box. That was an Adelaide blocker for a forearm call. BB Gun coming up to the back of the pack. Ruby Dread has made it through. BB Gun pulls it off right before Ruby Dread hits that pack. So number 49, Honey Hot Rod, I think, is currently in the box. So Adelaide are starting with 3 blockers on the track. Richter City with 4. And a nice push. Some lovely offense by Scrape going on here, trying to get that Richter City jammer out. Oh, nice little toe stop action on the line by Medical Emergency, number 15. And Medical Emergency makes it out for the lead with a nice little hop. As Alice Dawkins pushes past Scrape. Scrape doing some lovely one-on-one blocking there at the front. Medical Emergency trying to be hit out by, that looks like Honey Hot Rod, but makes it through, calls it off right before Alice Dawkins hits the pack. Adelaide doing a pivot line start at the front of the pack here. Rector City sitting up around them, and Adelaide push forward. They've got the 3 blockers, so they want to give themselves some space here. Gets hit by number 17, and 007 makes it through for lead. Pushy galore for lead as Smack takes a whip off teammate Raygun. It gets denied by the Adelaide blockers. Oh, and a lovely truck and trailer there by Pushy Galore. They got taken out by Flying Kiwi and recycled back to the back of the pack. Smack is fighting at the front, stretching the Adelaide pack out to 2 blockers there. Gets recycled back in. As Pushy is pretty stuck at the back there. That Richter wall is working hard. And the star has come off for Rector City, looking for the pivot. The pivot's right at the front. Pivot just did a really nice knockout on Pushy Galore. That was Raygun, forcing Pushy Galore to call off that jam. Oh, nice high fives going on the track. An incredibly low pushy line start, pivot line start by Adelaide. Oh, and sneaking around the outers, just Mel Dukes once, twice, makes it out for lead. Ruby Dread is really fighting through, getting some help from blockers there and takes the star off, looking for the pivot. As Just Mel makes it up for a scoring pass. The star has been passed to the pivot for Rector City. He's pushing that Adelaide wall out. 1 blocker to beat. Yeah, that is a hard blocker to beat. All right, makes it out. Number 14 is our new jammer, but not for long. That was a good fight, Red Peril. Jam is called off by Adelaide. Now lined up here, we've got 207 BB gun for Adelaide and 15 Medical Emergency for Rector City. This is a matchup we've been seeing quite often during this first half. 86 gets sent to the penalty box. I think that was a forearm, so Rector City are now down to 3 blockers. Oh, as BB Gun gets a really nice hit out there by, I think that was 76. And if Star gets past 96, Smack, who's racing BB Gun to get to that pack first. Oh, hits that pack, gets some BB Guns away very effectively. And makes it out. That was some smart jamming. Gets called off before they get another chance to pick up any more points. Now we have got a timeout called. Official review, I think, requested by Adelaide. So now is a good time to go over some te reo Māori terms for roller derby, which has been provided by our amazing host, Swamp City. So rolls on track, if you're a jammer, you are a kaipiro. So a kaipiro is a jammer. A pivot is a kaihuri, and a blocker is a kaiarai. Kaiarai. So that's K-A-I, A with a macron, R-A-I. And if you are on the outside of the track, you're on the waho, and the inside is the roto, and the track itself is ara amio. Thank you to everyone coming to the Twitch stream today, or to the YouTube stream if you're watching track 1. Looks like time out is over, so we're now back on track. Jam start. Really nice offense by Rector City. Pivot there to get the jammer. Only finding one blocker at the start. 17 Smack is finding up the front. And Alice Dawkins is finding up the back. Doing a really nice juke. Trying to trick number 337 for Rector City, but 337 Ada Chevrolet is not fooled. 27 serrated edge gets a nice hit out on Alice Dawkins there, but Alice Dawkins beats them out front and picks up lead for Adelaide. And Smack here is following number 09 around the outside. A nice little shirt whip. Oh, some beautiful blocking up front by Raygun there. Alice Dawkins picks up 4 points. Alice Dawkins jumps around the outside for another 4 points. The star has been taken off the helmet of Smack. He's trying to reach round Tudo to give the star to the pivot. Alice Dawkins hits the Rector City wall and pushes her way through the inside line of the apex. The star has been passed for Rector City. The pivot put the star on the head as Alice Dawkins pulls off the jam right before she can hit the pack. Half time. Kia ora koutou. Thank you everyone listening to the stream. We now have a 15-minute or 14-minute 33-second intermission. So last shout-outs, tokoto to a streaming service here today, Roller Derby Streaming New Zealand. Subscribe if you haven't already. Local skate shop Seaside Skates. our fueling themes, I guess. Fast Fuel, our venue, Central Energy Trust Arena, and Woolworths Aotearoa. Thank you everyone for joining us for the stream, and we'll see you back here to watch some more derby in Kia ora koutou, kia ora koutou, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome back to our Kemu Tuarua, our game 2 today. Rector City versus Adelaide. Now, Rector City is playing in white today and Adelaide is playing in dark. I'm just looking at my sheet going, is this correct? I think it is. I think they just swapped their colours around. Now all of the skaters are getting ready back up on the track. And I just want to read out Adelaide Roller Derby's land acknowledgement that they provided for us for Tonomana Reti Rapa. They would like to acknowledge the land of the Ganu people that Adelaide Roller Derby have travelled from and that this land was never ceded. We'd also like to recognise the outstanding contribution to sports that the First Nations people of Australia have made and continue to make, always was, always will be. Now this is from Swamp. In the spirit of reconciliation, Swamp City Roller Derby acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. We pay our respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today. We see you and we stand with you in solidarity. Kia kaha tātou! And we're off! Alice Dawkins and Medical Emergency are jamming and Alice Dawkins picks up lead. Really strong run there. Medical Emergency is not far behind. Alice Dawkins comes in, hits the pack, held strongly by number 14 from Rector City, Red Peril. As Medical Emergency tries to make way through that Adelaide wall. Adelaide has been really strong in those run backs today. Some really fantastic work. Really nice one-on-one blocking by Tudo. And Alice Dawkins is in the box, so it is a power jam to Rector City here. But Medical Emergency is being squeezed between two Adelaide blockers. Once again, quick on the run back, number 576. That's Cece Slicer. As Alice Dawkins is now released from the box, so both jammers are now back on track. Slides past the Rector City wall on the inside line and speeds off, picking up 4 points for Adelaide. Now Medical Emergency is continually being recycled. That's a hard job for a jammer when the blockers keep recycling you. You've got to be really, really strong with your mental game. The Medical Emergency is really showing a lot of tenacity, pushing through, has the star in her hand, but is continually pushing past. 7-7 for Adelaide. Ziggy the Kid had a really nice header as Alice Dawkins picks up another 4 points. Looking like they're running it long. Oh, a cool apex jump. Oh, almost caught off at the side and not to. Alice Dawkins wants to go for another run round. And the jam is called. It's a fantastic jam. I think that was 12 points by Adelaide there, 4 points by Rector City. We love a cutesy and demure land acknowledgement, regardless of what country we're playing in. That's cute. I love that. I love that. Doesn't matter where you are, just where you're from. Oh, that was a good hit. And another good hit. Oh, number 179 from Rector City is firing on all cylinders. And BB Gun is trying to fight a way out, but Rector City has picked up lead this time. And that is number 17, Smack. Hits Rector City and continues to push. Trying to play, sneaks around their own blockers for that outside line, and BB Gun does a really good bean dip to chase them down. Gets the jam called off. 4 points for Rector City, 4 points by Adelaide. A shout out from Alice's former team, Wild Horses. Cool to see so many of you on the stream today. The jam is starting. Oh, here we go. Adelaide is out for lead. 404, Just Mel picks up lead as Ruby Dread almost gets pushed out, takes off the star. Just as 404, Just Mel hits the pack. The star is passed to the pivot Raygun, who's coming around trying to hit for the scoring pass. Just Mel is still fighting and tries to call it off right before Raygun hits that pack, holding Richter City scoreless. Really nice jammer awareness there. Lining up for jam, we have number 15, Medical Emergency for Richter City. And Pushy Galore for Adelaide, I'm pretty sure, 007. Or should I be saying 007? Is it a James Bond reference? Oh, all right. Medical Emergency out for lead. As Pushy Galore is just pushed past that Richter City 2 wall. Medical Emergency has hit the back of the pack, being recycled back there. Some nice comms being given by the Adelaide blockers. Medical Emergency calls it off right before Pushy Galore can pick up points. It looks like that was a 0-4 jam. Oh, the scoreboard's not actually updating. I should be counting the points myself. That involves me doing basic addition. My brain is quite tired. Use my fingers. Yeah, scoreboard disconnected. Someone shouting out Raygun is an iconic derby name. Pretty sure Raygun was Raygun before all of the drama. Here we go. There's some really good fights going on. Alice Dawkins and Smack were basically head to head trying to make their way through this washing machine of a pack, and it's Alice Dawkins who gets out for lead. Smack is just trying to sneak past Tudo's butt. We get caught on that 2 wall, stretching out to a 1 blocker for Adelaide. Now back into a 3 wall. We got 2 nice 3 walls there. Alice Dawkins being held back by that Richter City 3 wall. And makes it out for 4 points. Oh, there's a big hit on Smack. He's taken the star off. Oh, and the star is dropped. There's a bit of confusion about who picks up the star. Smack's got it back in hand. Alice Dawkins jukes out the Richter City blockers, sneaks around the inside on the apex. And it looks like the star has been passed to number 96, Scrape. Smack has passed the star to Scrape. That's not confusing at all. Alice Dawkins coming up, pushes through, picks up 4 points. Scrape is checking that the star is still on the hat, but doesn't quite get the chance to hit that pack before the jam is called. A shout out to, we got an Adelaide Zebra here on the track, Bambi. Great riffing, Bambi. Thanks, loving all the shout outs in the Twitch stream. Like we have jamming. BB Gun is out for lead for Adelaide, and 145 Ruby Dread is pushing through to make that initial pass as BB Gun comes in for a scoring pass. Takes the inside line, picks up 4 points. Ruby Dread takes off the star but beats out the Adelaide blockers. Oh, it's a nice offense there by Flying Kiwi to stop that recycle. BB Gun comes in, picks up a nice 4 points. And the star is passed to Raygun. Let's go Raygun. who makes it out on the initial BB gun coming in for the scoring, gets denied. Ray Gun's coming in. Will the Richter City pivot get to make any points? Yes, yes she will. I'm so excited about this. Yes, picks up the 4 points. There's nothing more exciting than seeing a pivot jam. It's like a special treat for people who usually see them block. Ray Gun has made the way through on that scoring pass. Oh, that was BB Gun. Ray Gun got, oh, that was an incredible push from Adelaide, just taking Ray Gun from one side of the track to another. That was number 420. Who's number 420? Bionic Mayhem. This is a high-scoring jam. I've already lost count. And BB Gun gets pushed out, says that's enough, calls it off, picks up 2 points. Yeah, sorry guys, we've got 2 games going on in this venue at the moment. Jam start, and out for lead is Just Mel, 404 for Adelaide, and number 14, Red Peril, is also out of the pack as Just Mel comes in for the first scoring pass, hits the Richter City blockers and goes, oh, I don't know about that, calls the jam off. 1 point Richter, looks like maybe 2 points Adelaide. So it was a good fight being picked up by those blockers there on that jam. Lined up for jamming, we've got Smack and Pushy Galore. Richter City looking ready on the pivot line. No. We got some track maintenance going on here. Thank you, refs. All the blockers are looking really good. We got Bionic Mayhem leaning on Scrape a little bit, and, having a corridor in the middle of the track while we're waiting for the track to be repaired. Some good mahi-tahi being shown by the refs here. Quite a large section of the track has come up right on the outside line. I think a lot of the jammers have been pushed out. Just a reminder to everyone on the stream that this Tonomana is a round-robin style tournament and has no winner. So this Tonomana offers an opportunity for our developmental level to gain experience with gameplay, exposure, and cross-league relationship building for everyone involved. 30 seconds whistle being blown. Lined up on the track, we have Pushy Galore, and I think that's Smack. Smack got smacked and tries to take the outside line. Trying to beat those 2 Adelaide blockers out the front. Oh, yes, and makes it through. But Pushy Galore is not far behind. Jukes out to Scrape. And chases down Smack for that scoring pass as Smack gestures to their blockers as they call it off, ending the jam. Adelaide picks up 2 points. Richter 0. Jammer lineup here. We've got, I'm pretty sure that's Ruby Dread. Really fighting those Adelaide Jammers there. And Alice Dawkins, a bit of a pile-up on the track going on. Both Jammers have tripped over each other but got up quick. And to fight their way around all the packs. They were very close together in those nice 3 walls. Ruby Dread's getting some nice offense from the blocker, but Alice Dawkins also sees a hole. Beats the Richter Jammer, the Richter blocker. Ruby Dread has taken the star off, but fakes it out. Tudo got that leg up there. Just paused Ruby Dread for a couple of seconds. Nice swoop attempt there by Flying Kiwi, but Alice Dawkins makes it through for the scoring pass. Ruby Dread is still the jammer, put the star back on ahead. Alice Dawkins gets guided into that Richter City 2 wall, looking around at the bench. Sneaks around that inside line with a fake out and picks up 4 points. Ruby Dread is stuck in the middle of that pack there, getting some nice offense from Flying Kiwi, 0-9. But the pack gets spread out a little bit. Beats the recycler back, doesn't get taken back too far. Both jammers are just really trying to look for a hole outside of this absolute scrum. Just have to push. Ruby Dread, little hop over the apex, over Adelaide's foot, and the jam gets called off. Good mahi, everyone. Have a timeout for track maintenance, it looks like. The outside line is really getting battered. So go have a quick drink break. Remember to subscribe to Roller Derby Streaming New Zealand. If you want to see more New Zealand roller derby. And keep an eye out for upcoming dates for Swamp City Roller Derby. On the 2nd of November, Whiringa Arangi, there is the Tonomana Reti Rapa Finals is happening in Arena 3 in the Central Energy Trust's arena, which is where we are now. So for everyone who wants to learn some more te reo roller derby terms, tupeke is a leap. So apex tupeke should be like the apex jump. A glide is a tauhokai, and the torque is a kōrero. So both Adelaide and Richter are having a kōrero in the middle of the track. Well, we're doing some track maintenance right now. Looks like the jammers are having kōrero as well over on the jam line. Lined up there, we have got medical emergency and BB gun. So remember to stay on the stream for the rest of the day. We've got a couple more games going on. There is 2 more games at 12 p.m. and I'm pretty sure 2 more games at 3 p.m. misplaced my papers. It doesn't matter right now because we're watching this game, which has just started back up again. And we have BB Gun against Medical Emergency. BB Gun makes it out for lead. Beats Red Peril number 14 at the top of the pack. Medical Emergency tiptoeing around the blockers. As BB Gun comes in fast. Gets stuck in the pack. Rector City Wolves really holding well. Medical Emergency slides out of that pack, but it's still up, still legal, still in bounds. Gets back up. Coming up, Rector City for the first scoring pass. Adelaide making it through. Pulls off the jam. Big cheer there from Medical Emergency's teammates. And she picks up the points very, very nicely. So lined up on the jam here, jam line here, we have number 17 Smack for Rector City. And for Adelaide, I can't see the number, but they're doing really well. It's 404, it's Just Mel. 404, Just Mel makes it out for lead. Tudo, number 20 is in the box for Adelaide, so Adelaide down to 3 jammers. But the one-on-one blocking is so strong, as we're seeing right now. Smack trying to fight against just one blocker. And Just Mel is getting squashed by that Rector City pack. The work as a 3-wall is really amazing to watch. Gets caught on Scrape's chest at the top there, notices Smack coming up and calls the jam off. Adelaide Roller Derby has 1 blocker in the box, looks like Tudo, so they'll be starting with 3 blockers for this jam. Rector City has been playing a very clean game, I've got to say, which we love to see. All right, here we go. Jammers have hit the pack. Being held, and Flying Kiwi does a Flying Kiwi-like move and gets out for lead as 007 Pushy Galore not far behind, making out on the initial. Flying Kiwi pushes through, makes the scoring pass, calls off the jam, picks up 4 points, holding Adelaide at 0. Good work. There we go. Timeout called by Adelaide. A quick tautoko to Seaside Skates, Fast Fuel, Central Energy Trust Arena, Woolworths Awa Panui, and of course our streaming service, Roller Derby Streaming New Zealand. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're in the venue, you can check out Seaside Skates and Fast Fuel. If not, you can check out Seaside Skates' website. Rector City is having a kororo off to the side there. Having a quick chat. We've got 12 minutes left of this game. And you can actually see the second game happening on the other court and the other track. The other game is Swamp City versus Sulphur City. Countdown is no more. Yeah, sorry, I should be saying, yeah, the Woolworths Awa Panui. I wonder if they've changed their name officially. I know my local Countdown is not. We're back on track. We have got Alice Dawkins for Adelaide out for lead. Medical emergency for Richter City. Finding that nice gap in the middle, but one blocker to beat, and that one blocker is a serious threat. That CC slider with the one-on-one skills. Alice Dawkins makes the scoring pass, picks up 4 points. Medical emergency is trying to make the way through the washing machine for the initial pass. That was a good hit out. Alice Dawkins picks up 4 points. Medical emergency made out, starting the scoring pass. And the pack starts to really speed up here. Adelaide tried to prevent them getting any points scored off them. While medical emergency is chasing Alice Dawkins out behind. Alice Dawkins runs around the apex, calls it off. And a quick mahi. Richter City picks up 1 point. The timeout is called. I swear, every time I look at the pivot line, Bionic Mayhem and Scrape doing all sorts of like gymnastics moves, trying to take that pivot line. I wonder if that's on the bingo. If you're in the venue, we have a Reti Rapa bingo card. Don't forget to fill it out. We got some really good stuff in here. Jammer takes Jammer out. Oh, that's already happened. That happened in the first half of this game. Scrape did a really good takeout on the Adelaide Jammer. I can't remember who it was. Slowing them down right before they hit the pack. Some really nice Jammer on Jammer offense. That was a pretty good moment. Shout out to Adelaide for travelling all the way to Aotearoa to play us in this tournament, which is pretty special. It's always really exciting in New Zealand Derby to play against a team a lot of us have never played against before, which you don't get very often because we're all mates and we all travel around the country to play each other. I have played Adelaide before. I was in the Auckland Roller Derby. Got to play them in TGSS this year against the Radalades, I think is the B team is called. Me and my teammate Cinder are looking forward to our rematch later on in this tournament. Very exciting. But we're still talking about Countdown. When I went to Aotearoa in February, the Woolies in my area were still Countdown in Otatahi. Yeah, I think only a few of them had actually changed their name. And very, very slow rollout. It's weird, I feel like I've only just got used to calling it Countdown after it was Woolworths when I was a kid. Maybe I should just start going to New Worlds instead, they're not having their workers go on strike at the moment. If you're enjoying the stream, please donate to Roller Derby Stream in New Zealand. We're really privileged to have the streaming service in New Zealand, so we can watch each other's games and cheer us all on. Hello, Riff.
White after a back block penalty on Black Jammer 1-2 as part of their official review, but won their official review and penalty will be awarded.
Thank you, Riff. So, Richter won their official review. That was for a back block. So congratulations, Richter. Jammers start. We've started on a power jam due to that official review, so that was worth it. That is number 17, Smack, has made way out for leads. A quick mahi of that. Adelaide are trying to speed the pack up, but Richter's doing a good job of keeping those blockers in their place. Doing some one-on-one blocking there in the pack as Smack weaves their way through the pack. Scrape breaking up that Adelaide tripod. As Alice Dawkins, it looks like, has taken the star off and has entered the pack, running around the outside on the toe stops. But here, Smackers still lead, takes advantage of that, pulls it off. Richter City looks like maybe 1 point there. Timeout. Requested by Richter City. Here we go. Rads at Adelaide's A team add to the B team. Chat, let me know. I remember asking Adelaide at the tournament, like, oh, why are you the ads and the rads? And they're like, ads for Adelaide. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Cool how many of you are on the stream. Shout out to Adelaide as well, who are playing in Champs this year in November. So I hope everyone will support them when it comes to that Tonomana. Okay, it's other way around. Add to the A team and rad to the B team. Okay, so it is A is for ads because they're the A team and they're Adelaide. Okay. Richter City is doing a hype up stomp. Hello, ref. Here we come.
Like to call an official review. They were after all 4 points for the jammer from their last pass. Only 3 points were awarded, so they lost their official review.
Thank you, ref. All right, stream, just in case you didn't catch that, Richter City requested an official review to request that all 4 points are awarded to the jammer. But the referees have decided that it was just the 3 points, so they have lost their official review. All right, and the jam is about to start back up again. We have number 15 for Richter. And that, 1-4-5. Ruby Dread is out for lead for Richter City. And the star has been passed for Adelaide. It's just Mel taking the star of the head and is looking desperately from the pivot, but Richter City is holding it back as Ruby Dread is really fighting Tudo at the front of the pack there to get round the outside. CC Slider for Adelaide has taken the star and does a really nice sprint. Star pass successful, and the pivot is the jammer. Pivot does not get to jam. Jam is called off. One day I'll see a pivot score some points. It'll be very exciting. Starting up jam 16 here. We've got BB Gun against Medical Emergency lined up on the jammer line. Oh, a Medical Emergency with a really nice dodge on the outside line. BB Gun gets around on the inside and is chasing Medical Emergency down. Oh, Medical Emergency jumps around the out, pulls it off. Some real nice high fives from the bench. I'm really into 86 Latin bolts, all purple fit. the pants and the helmet. I'm pretty sure Latin Bolt's new to Richter City, so appreciate the commitment to the new league. Blockers jamming is my favorite thing about roller derby. Yeah, me too. Me too. Not when I'm a pivot though. It's way more exciting when I don't have the stripe on my head. Richter City is having a korero on the track, and Adelaide have got a timeout, so they're having their korero off to the side. Got some roller derby expressions for you to write out in the chat. Miharo is amazing. Ata haere is careful. And wepu atu is give it your all. So wepu atu, W-E-P-U-A-A-T-U, to all of the players out there on the track today. Then Scrape is jamming, and Alice Dawkins for Adelaide has made it out for lead. Scrape is trying to push past Adelaide, but it's very much a scrum pack in the middle there. Oh, and just got taken out on the outside line as Alice Dawkins switched, just swings around on the in. Coming up for another scoring pass. Scrape is still on the initial. Oh, that was a really nice side surf round Tudo there. Alice Dawkins picks up another 4 points. Scrape goes to beat the final blocker. Final block is really strong. What a push! There's a push going on at the front. Can Scrape push them all the way out and stretch the pack out? Adelaide's managed to get their 3 ball back together, so maybe not. Alice Dawkins picks up another 4 points. My God, did you ever get tired? There's some mean cardio on those Adelaide jammers. A multiplayer block is being called. Alice Dawkins picks up another 4 points. Didn't see who that penalty went to. Oh, there we go. Penalty went to CC Slider for Adelaide. So Adelaide's now down to 3 blockers. Oh, cool. Little spin, Alice Dawkins, but just slides out on that swamp floor. And the penalty has been passed in Richter to number 17, Smack, who picks up some points, I think, before it gets called off. We have Ruby Dread out for Richter and Pushy Galore out for Adelaide. And Ruby Dread is fighting with 420 Bionic Mayhem, who takes them all the way to that outside line, but it's a no pass no penalty, I think. Ruby Dread is out for lead. And Pushy Galore is not too far behind. Ruby Dread just pushed straight through 2 butts Adelaide, just right through that middle there. That was some good timing. High fives going on the track between Richter and Adelaide. We love to see the smiles. Medical emergency is out on the track for Richter. And Just Mel is out for Adelaide. Oh, and there goes Bambi. That was a close one. We almost had a ref playing in the game. Medical emergency, pushing up the front of those Adelaide blockers. Oh, and almost sneaks around the outside, but just got hit out. Just Mel got knocked to the ground there and is back up quickly, trying to take the offense provided by Ziggy the Kid. But Ziggy has got attention focused on the jammer. That was some lovely tracking by Opal there, just there, 468. Who's got Medical Emergency's number. A multiplayer block has been called on the Richter Rector City pivot who's gone to sit in the box. So Rector City is now skating 3 blockers. Just Mal is now on scoring pass. Medical emergency is at the back of the pack there, all 4 blockers on. That's going to be tough. Just Mal coming around the apex there, looking to rejoin the pack as medical emergency gets out. Just Mal turns around, gets all 4 points and calls it off. Lots of shout out to Opal in the chat. Rightly so. There was some very impressive blocking at the back there. Pivot line start. Number 17, Smack, and 207, BB Gun is jamming for us for this jam. The tripods are so together during this game. BB Gun just beats round the side of the outside and gets lead. Bionic Mayhem has drawn Smack back to the back of the pack. But Smack sees an opening. And BB Gun has picked up 4 points on the first scoring pass there. Some really nice offenses being provided in Rector City by number 14. And Lattenbolt has just taken BB Gun back to the back of the pack, but BB Gun's too quick. Slams into number 14 there. And makes out the front. Who's number 14 for Rector City? Red Peril. I think we've seen Red Peril do a few jams. Star has been passed for Rector City successfully to Red Peril. Shout out to Red Peril in this jam, who makes it out the front, trips over Bionic Mayhem, and got re-swallowed by that Adelaide pack. BB Gun is still going around. Red Peril looks for the offense. Really nice offense being provided by Smack. That is being tracked by Lemony Kickit. As BB Gun gets stuck on the chest of number 26, Metal Fatigue for Rector City. BB Gun gets head out into the ref circle and gets redrawn back. Red Pearl still has Star in hand, still looking for a way out of that pack. It's suddenly become a scrum. Woo! Long jam. That was a grind. That was one of those jams that the blockers just like feel so good about themselves. I hope all those blockers feel good about themselves, because that was some serious mahi they just put in there holding both of those jammers. Timeout called. Have 1 minute left on this game. The official timeout is called. The current score is 81 Rector City, 284 to Adelaide. And it's been a really fantastic game. Now stay on the stream because our next games start at 12 p.m. Track Rua, which is this track, is Swamp City versus Beyblades, which I should be on skates for that, but you'll just have to see me probably like 10 minutes in after I've warmed up. And then on the other track is the papers that I have lost. Track 1, day 1. Looks like 12 p.m. is Adelaide versus Sulphur City. So Adelaide's got another game straight after this, so I hope they've still got legs. But it's looking like they do, because they're still playing really well. Oh, and a really great start by 145 Ruby Dread. Alice Dawkins just jumps around the inside. It's a jammer chase. Ruby Dawkins giving the signs to the pack. Ruby Dread is really chasing Alice Dawkins down. The pack is going fast, trying to prevent those points. Alice Dawkins hits it and quits it. Jam is called off. I don't know how they all had legs for that. That was amazing. It was like Jam 1, but it was Jam 22. Oh yes, thank you, who's translating into Adelaide time, 9:30 a.m. is the next game. So stay on the stream, it'll be pretty soon. Medical Emergency is jamming for Richter, and Pushy Galore is jamming for Adelaide, who's fighting against that Richter City pack. Made it past, got one to beat. Oh, but it's Paddy Wacker who hits Pushy Galore out. And Medical Emergency makes it out for lead jammer for Richter City. Ooh, Bionic Mayhem splits up that Richter City pack as Pushy Galore takes the star off the hat. Medical Mayhem. Medical Emergency sneaks around the outside with a spin, calls the jam off, high fives all around. What a finish. Fantastic opening game for Tonomana Reti Rapa. Kia ora everyone who's on the stream. I hope you all stay for the next few games. They're going to be amazing. Big congratulations for all the hard mahi from Richter City Roller Derby and Adelaide Roller Derby. Thank you for opening Tonomana. Looking forward to your next few games. Final whistle. Final korero going on from all the refs. Just checking that unofficial score, which is currently 85 to 284. I hope you all enjoyed that game. Thank you all for joining us on the stream. Once again, subscribe to Roller Derby Streaming New Zealand and stay online. Thanks, Adelaide. Great smiles towards the stream there. The final score is 85 to 284. Thank you everyone who played. Kia ora. Ka pai.
Kia ora. Sorry, I had to do a very important thing, which was get coffee first. So we have our, I guess, third game of the day. Oh, it's actually fourth because the third game started over there. So our ref crew for Swamp City Roller Derby versus Beyblades. For our refs, we've got Fouled Out, Arsehole, Sting, Jersey Girl, Invader Sin, Morpheus, and Salty. For our NSOs, we have Mimic, Pai Pai Tia, Firecracker, Sass, Dizzy, Grim Ripper, and Purple Parfait. And on our team, for Beyblades, so Pirate City Roller Derby and Auckland Roller Derby, and a few supporters from Bay City Rollers. We have 07 for True Blocker, who unfortunately I don't think is playing today. 09 Cinder, 10 Short Circuit, 111 Siren, 155 Freya the Slayer, 17 Crash Guide, 22 Onyx, 273 Little and Flammy, 3 Firecracker, 314 Misty Mina, 67 Little Kitty, 888 Tara de Fago, 999 How's Bells, and on the bench we've got Goody Two Skates, Little Beach, that is a great name, Fraser, Kate Kennan, and Nicole Graham. For Swamp City, we've got 1011 Mayhem, 1080 Pestilence, 112 Dandelion, 1274 Two Mickey Booty, 17 Q Dot, 22 Simba Rogers, 2202 Rutherford, 222 BT Butcher, 28 Moldy Vixen, 247 Still on Call, 42 Sonic, 47 Trouble, 4412 Smack Beauty, 79 Shipzera, and on the bench we've got Princess Di. And I'm Tino, and I will be your MC for the day. There's just me, so unfortunately you have to listen to my docile tones. Alright, so into our second jam, and we have Cinder from Beyblades with lead, but I did the announcer curse there, and they're now off to the bin for as a back block. So kia ora everyone, and welcome to this roller derby bonanza called Tonomana Reti Rapa. It is wonderful to be coming to you all live from Central Trust Arena here in Palmerston North, Manawatu, Aotearoa, New Zealand. Your host, Swamp City. It's just exciting to be seeing tournaments that are supporting our up-and-coming skaters in Aotearoa and having our visitors from across the ditch, Adelaide. Alright, so both jammers on the track now. Just had Cinder come back from the block and on a scoring pass, and we have Sonic from Swamp there jamming and also scoring. This seems to be a jam in favour of the jammers, as our blockers kind of figure each other out and get a feel for the lay of the land. I do apologise if I mispronounce anybody's name. I had just benched a game and desperately wanted coffee before reading over my MC notes, so please, I do apologise if I do mispronounce. Okay, so end of the second jam, and that was 12 apiece to Beyblades and to Swamp City. So we've got teams that have come across from all of the North Island, and as I mentioned, we do have a visiting team from Adelaide. So we've got Simba Rogers jamming for Swamp and have gotten lead. And when I see that number, I'll be able to tell you who's jamming for Beyblades, and that is Short Circuit, which I think I'm going to have to go home and watch after tonight. At this stage, teams are looking fairly even with one another. The score is, there's not much in it, so 20 to Swamp City and I believe 16 to Beyblades. I do have to look through a gaggle or dazzle of stripy people to see the score. So I do apologise for the umming and ahhing. Cool. All right, and stock for lead jammer on the outside line. It was beautiful, and we've got Onyx jamming for Beyblades and are out on their scoring pass also, and we have stock that's in the pack. And calling. I didn't realise how lonely it is emceeing on your own, so maybe I'll just every now and then look at our beautiful camera person, Flirty, and give them a cheeky convo. So, looking like we've got an official review. When I know what it is, I will inform you. I know when I'm watching this stream, I'm like, what is it? Someone tell me what that official review is. I'll try and read body language. So it looks like Swamp are calling and have called the official review, and I believe that they may be looking for a cut, just suggested there by Di's cheeky little toe tap. And so we'll see if I'm correct there. Also happy to see if anyone on the stream saw that as well. So. So I'll just take this chance just to give a little bit more information about this awesome tournament that Swap have put on. So Reti Rapa is a flat track roller derby tournament hosted by Swamp City Roller in Palmerston North, and the tournament is obviously involving some participants. So we've got Adelaide Roller Derby, we've got Pirate, who have teamed up with their buddies at Auckland Roller Derby to bring you Beyblades. We've got Richter City Roller Derby, and we've got Sulphur City Steamrollers, and of course our host Swamp City Rollers. So each league are going to play a total of 4 games across 2 days, just to ensure that the travel time and expenditure are worthwhile for our participants. It is not cheap flying in this country these days. So the vision was for this, for that all 4 teams get to experience the world of Derby through Swamp City's eyes, through the Te Ao Māori perspective. Swamp City Roller Derby will demonstrate how Roller Derby brings out our 4 mataponu, so our guiding principles, whanaungatanga, which is kinship and relationship, manakitanga, which is kindness, hospitality, kotahitanga, unity and solidarity, and rangatiratanga, which is chieftainship to all of you. So this round robin style tournament will have no winner. It's a tournament that is offering opportunity for our development level to gain experience with gameplay, exposure and cross-league relationship building for everyone involved. And also I will be trying my best to use as much kapu Māori as I possibly can, while also trying to be insightful with what's going on the track. Just another really important statement to talk about too is the WIFTA gender statement. So Swamp City and I believe Richter City also follow the WIFTA gender framework, which allows anyone who aligns with the following individuals who identify as cis women, trans women, intersex women and or gender expansive. For this includes takatapuni women, trans women, intersex people, as well as gender expansive ka Reti Rapa, so skaters, to partake in Reti Rapa Roller Derby. We acknowledge the sport as one of the few spaces that allow our trans and gender expansive siblings to participate in the sporting environment, and we would like to show our support to them. Trans right are human rights. Hi aroho kotahi. Massive shout outs to Roller Derby Streaming New Zealand, Seaside Skates, Fast Fuel, who I have a coffee from, and I've already eyed up my lunch order, which will be a quarter chicken and chips if anyone's interested, and the Central Energy Trust Arena for our venue, and Woolworths Awapuni. Right, so back to what we're all here for, Reti Rapa. So, I'm just looking at the refs. So we've got Dandelion jamming for Swamp, and they have lead jammer and a great little piece of footwork there to swing around 111 Siren to avoid that block. Just watching some high fives. All right, so we have, I believe, I can't see the score. I can see Beyblades are on 12. Swamp are on 40. Oh, so let's take a guess until I can see it. I'm going to say 42. Right, so we have Q-Dot jamming for Swamp City and is pushing a 2-wall out there. And we've had Cinder come out and actually manage to take the lead there, which is amazing. Oh, I was off by 1. It's 43. The swamp wall there is made up of BT Butcher, Rutherford, Smack Beauty, and Sonic. And we've got blocking for Beyblades. We've got Misty Lena. Just guessing, I'm going to look at their numbers. Firecracker. And who's that? It looks like Hell's Bells, and I'm missing one. I always love watching the different styles of how teams come out and work together in their wall. Alright, so we've got Sonic on Q-Dot on a power jam. Sorry, I missed the jammer going to the bin. I'm not too sure what it was for. Q-Dot coming in. The Beyblades wall is just doing a really good job at just holding and shutting that movement down. Good piece of offense coming in from Smack there. Offense to defense, and then BT Butcher up there. And BT will be going to the bin for their efforts. Q-Dot pushing it through. Just kind of peeling off one blocker at a time. And Cinder trying to come through what is a pretty tough swamp wall. I've had to push against that myself. It is not fun. I was just reading notes that are being left for me, and I'm like, bingo answers, and I'm like, man, I gotta do all this. Gotta do bingo, read, watch the track. I was never ever good at bingo. Alright, so Simba Rogers jamming for Swamp, and we have Little Infamy for Beyblades. That swamp wall doing quite a good job to catch and recycle. So that's Moldy Vixen and May Mayhem and Trouble, and then a little bit of BT Butcher coming back in from the bin to help out. Sneaky Vixen doing a sneaky run back. It's a really good dynamic pair there between Vixen and May. And Simba coming round for a scoring pass. Bit of chit chat with the bench. If you're new to roller derby and you're looking at that and you're thinking, I can't do that, that is something I said to myself outing myself now, maybe 12 years ago. Actually, no, it was 14 years ago, and then I waited a couple of years, and then I got in and I did it, and haven't looked back. And if you live in the Manawatu area, I highly recommend reaching out to Swamp and joining their whānau. They'll teach you all the things you need to do for roller derby. But if you're watching from elsewhere in the country, Auckland City Roller Derbies and Pirates, also awesome leagues to get amongst. They all have their Learn to Skate programs, as well as Rita City Roller Derby in Korneki. And if you're from the central, look up Sulphur. Friendly bunch of people, all here. We'll all teach you how to skate, all involve you in this awesome community. So we've got Stock. Full name is still on call, but affectionately known as Stock. Jamming for Swamp, coming through on a good little pass there. And jamming for Beyblades is Onyx. Stock finding much of her success on that outside line there. I just heard the whistles from the other game and I was like, why are people still playing? I was like, oh no, it's the whistle bleed. And Stock calling. Solid effort there. I'll just make sure points, I think it's 8-point jam, possibly 12, I can't see. Oh, 10. 10-point jam. So we're looking at 69 to Swamp City Roller Derby and 23 to Beyblades. I'm not actually watching the score, and from watching that game, I just think both teams are looking really on par with each other in the physicality and the strategy. I think Beyblades are doing a phenomenal job, especially just remembering that there are two leagues coming together. So they don't get to train as much together as what Swamp do. So formidable kind of efforts happening there. Dandy coming round. 1-1-1 siren being reminded by the ref they have been served a multiplayer. Don't get on the wrong side of our refs. I think there was a star pass there, and that pivot from Beyblades. Misty Nina, I feel like may have snuck a point, but I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, 3 points. Not just a point, 3 points. Okay. All right, so Cuda from Swamp on the jam line. And it'll be in the last 2 minutes that I learn all of the numbers and names for Beyblades. Okay. 09. Yep, so Cinder. So Cinder blocking there. Both packs doing a really good job at holding those jammers in, and announces curse again. Q-Dot has just got out for lead jammer. Cinder being run back by Smack, and to be welcomed by a waiting Swamp 3 wall. Q-Dot coming round on their scoring pass, completing. Just need to let the internet world know about Princess's Di's outfit. It is this denim one piece, and it is pretty sweet. It's awesome. I feel like part of Derby is seeing what people wear on the bench, and I don't have bench game. So Simba on the line. I'm going to say that this is Onyx. Hesitant. Oh, look at that bit of it. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Little infamy. There we go. I'm getting it. I thought we were going to have this 2 jammers running up the outline. It looked beautiful from here. Simba just coming round on a scoring pass. And we have a great example there of everyone at 10 feet nearly. May putting their body on the line and got a back block drawn on Little and Femi. And Swamp with a power jam. Swamp using the tactic of using pack rules to try and get their jammer through with their points. Making a good job of capitalising on being the only jammer on the track. And both packs ready and waiting for the jammers. And there's a ship stirrer doing a ship stirrer run back. Just beautiful catch there by May Mayhem. So far we've had a 20-point jam. I think that might be the highest one of the game. And Pestilence coming out there to try and recapture Little and Femi. Little and Femi's like, nope, I'm going. So, look. 24-point jam there, I believe, by Simba Rogers. If that was me, I'd be sitting down catching a breather. Alright, so Beyblade's just calling a timeout. Might just be their opportunity to have a little bit of a korero and regroup and be like, hey, let's just see how we can stop the points bleeding, talk about ways that they can kind of come in and change how they are, if there's anything they want to change in their team or try something different. But yeah, good time halfway through the first half, good time to have a little break. Stock jamming for Swamp, and then we've got Onyx there for Beyblades, doing a very good job at keeping themselves in bounds there as they get a little bit swarmed. Really like nimble on their toes. So Swamp have just started to run away with this a little bit, but I am confident to say that I feel that Beyblades will find their footing, and there's still plenty of game time left to change it up. tumble. Dandelion checking everyone's okay before getting up again. So Beyblades have lost a blocker to the bin and now coming back to play offense. Dandy on the scoring pass. Lottie, Vixen and May May there just doing good to close the seam on short circuit. May May running back. Short circuit just doing a good job to keep moving around, keep those blockers moving. And did a great job there to find that gap on the outside. Dandy calling off the jam. So what do we got? We got Q-Dot. Cinder. Great, just resisting from Cinder there, just taking some of those hits and keeping the feet moving to just to keep moving through. Just really solid effort. Yep. Yeah, good offense there from Hell's Bells. Just making sure. Oh, beautiful sneaking through past that 3-wall. It's that feeling of doom when you're like, I have got past the wall, and then they somehow magically glitch and reform round in front of you. But solid star pass there to Hell's Bells. Sorry, I thought I glitched for a second there. I didn't hear the whistles go, but then saw the white jammer coming towards me. Okay. Okay, hang on. Did I miss some? Oh, okay. So, my eyes tell me that the prior to passing the pass, white jammer got a penalty. Which is why I saw the pivot skating back to me as jammer. So this is a power jam start for Simba, and white jammer would have been sitting there for 30 for this jam before coming out. So Swamp happy to go with the approach of getting a bridge, or getting a goat, what we call it. So that they can, getting a goat just means that it's going to make the pack at the back, and means that the front pack is then going to have to eventually bridge out, and if they are successful at holding, what we say, that goat, it just means that their out of play will get called, and they have to let go of the jammer and let them go. But yeah, Cinder doing a solid effort there to come out of the box and then get out and put the pressure on to get the call off done by Swamp. So nice loud 5-second call. Beyblade's doing a good job there holding stock at the back. It's just a bit of a switch of where the packs are, so still no lead jammer yet. And lead jammer to Swamp City. Nice little sneaky way up there. Brilliant job there by White Jammer just to kind of stay on the track, stay in the middle, take the gaps. Really good job. So we have score. So I think we're at about. We've got 145 to Swamp City. These pesky skaters and bench people getting in my way. And I think it was 24 to Beyblades. If you're out in the Wellington region and you're sitting at home, it is a beautiful day outside. And although this is contradictory, I'd be like, well, you could take a drive in the sun and come down to Trust Arena and watch some roller derby. There is the roller doors open, so I can see some sunlight. But it's always when I have to do derby that the sun decides to come out, and whenever I'm not doing derby, it's raining. So typical. So Dandy there as lead jammer, and I believe it's another power jam. And there, I think it may have been a cut to Beyblade's jammer. Beyblade's doing a really good job here to survive offense and recycle on that jammer, just to keep contact. It's a very good way at just killing time on that power jam. Dandy looking like a gentle person and being dandy about their arms. Swamp's three walls are looking quite cohesive. Again, they've been training together as a team. So Beyblades is a team where they've kind of come together for this tournament so that they can have the opportunity. So both their leagues weren't able to just field a team for themselves. So what they've done is so that their development players, get these development opportunities, have come together as that one team. And you'll probably see, as the weekend goes on, that teams will start to gel more and kind of understand how each other work and start getting that communication going and awareness of how each other kind of works. So it's only day one, so I look forward to seeing the growth throughout the weekend from all of the teams. Nice shutdown of the outside line. Q-Dot said, okay, I'm going to try the inside line, and found success. And White Jammer, Onyx is out pretty quick, so we might see that we have a hit and quit situation, or they might try run it, see what strategy they go with, and it's a hit and quit. I want to see some long jams. When I say long jams, sometimes in situations where you have a lead, a fairly good tactic you can do is just run the jam long to run the game clock down, so it helps just kind of you're just running it down, and then you can kind of either get to halftime or anything. But also what you're doing when you're leading is that, so particularly you're in a pretty close close second half, you can run the jam long when you're in the lead, and as long as you're like kind of scoring points as well, and that just ticks it down, and it just kind of eliminates the other team from being able to close the cap on the points differential. I've done a terrible job at explaining that strategy, but it's a thing. There was light on that inside line, and it got closed down by a ship stirrer. Being pushed out, so 111 Siren doing some hard work up the top there, and White Jammer looking for their pivot to try and help them through this situation. Okay, there's a lot going on. Quite scrummy pack, so packs quite in there close to one another, and then what I just look for is I'll just wait for someone to pop out the top. Okay, so unfortunately Beyblade's pivot Siren was able to take the star, but then has gone to the penalty box as a jammer, which has given Swamp another power jam. So one thing that Beyblades might want to talk about, or might choose to talk about when it comes to their halftime, is how can we stop giving them these opportunities where they're able to kind of put 16, 20 point jams on the board, and that could be all you need to change up just that momentum of gameplay. And on that we have an intermission, so score is, who am I? Old-timey, intermission, halftime. The score there is 183 to Swamp City to Beyblades 26. Nothing like a good halftime talk to change things up, so watch the space. I am going to take a moment to hydrate myself, and I will be back with you in about 15 minutes. and welcome back to the Twitchland. And we have what looks like Swamp starting on a power jam. The White Jam is standing. White Wall doing a good job there at just holding and just killing that time. And lead given to Swamp. With Siren taking a good gap there on the inside line. And a call off. So, if there's anyone out there that wants to come MC with me and not make me resort to having a reply and answer conversation with myself, I'd much appreciate it. Alright, so, and we have a lead jammer for Cinder, and Cinder, and it's hard to say Simba, and Simba Rogers going to the bin. Apologies, I didn't hear what that is. So this is a good chance, good start to the second half by Beyblades, just allowing just to get some points on the board and get that scoreboard ticking over, which is a great confident booster as well when you come in from your halftime chat and you've had a good korero about you know, things that you want to tweak and change, things that are going well, and this is a great start to the second half for Beyblades. And for Cinder as well, just feeling good getting some points next to their name as well. So we've got Simba returning from the bin, and they have now completed their initial pass. And Cinder saying, you know what, no, I'm going to call it up, I'm going to take my 4 points. Sorry, I just want to make sure, oh no, 7 points, even better, 7 points and run. And second lead in a row for Beyblades. Awesome start. I don't know what their chat was, but it was magic, doing some great things. So we've got Lil and Femi. They're on a scoring pass. Seeing a different jammer for this half for Swamp, which is May Mayhem, and has come round on that scoring pass as well. So managed to collect some points for themselves as well. So 4-4 jam. So just a big shout out to our officials and NSOs running on what I would call a skeleton crew, and these games are pretty much, there's 2 tracks going at the same time, and because we're just running a little bit behind schedule because every tournament does. So they're kind of like having to just get really like no rest to do that, but I'm pretty sure after these games we're going to have a big break before the afternoon games start, which will allow our officials just to have a rest themselves. But shout out to them for coming along and doing the work that they do. Have a fairly diverse ref crew in knowledge, so we've got some refs here where this is their first tournament and they're still learning, and then we've got some really experienced refs here too. So if you see something on the stream that doesn't get called, just be kind and remember that this is a learning experience and development for our officials and refs too, which is a great thing for New Zealand Derby. Says the person that will watch a rugby game and think that I've been playing it professionally for 20 years and telling rugby players what to do. Couch ref. So we have Short Circuit. I think I hear Short Circuit's name and it immediately takes me back to my childhood, and all I can say in my head is number 5 is alive. For all of those Lego enthusiasts out there, I'll give you this real hot tip. There is a Lego set called, I think it's called the Extravator. It's one of their more expensive sets. But using those pieces, somebody designed a Johnny number 5, which you can get the instructions for on the internet. And all you need to do is just buy the Extravator set, and then you get the little Lego instructions for Johnny number 5, and piece for piece you can have a Johnny number 5 in your house, if that is something you wish to do. And I just outed myself as a Lego enthusiast. So, I'm loving seeing the smiles between jammers on the track. So we've got Simba there. Simba has been with Swamp a couple of years now, and I play against them quite frequently as part of our home season, and always has a smile on their face and a very infectious giggle. Feeling a little hard done-eye there for the cut track, but that was a great one-on-one battle there between Misdemeanor and Simba. Battle of the hips. So now we've got Beyblades with Cinder on a power jam and scoring some points. The last 4 jams for Beyblades has been amazing. They've really managed to put on quite a lot of points on the board after having a bit of a dry spell there. So really exciting to see, and as I said before the first half, plenty of derby to be played, and it ain't over yet. Alright, so both jammers now on the track. Simba getting low, trying to be sneaky. And just the nice scrummy walls there. And that concludes our broadcast day. No, I remember when I was a kid. So I'm at that point now where I'm emceeing on my own, and I have this fear of silence because I don't want you to hear my heavy breathing down the microphone. But when I was a kid, it would get to I think it was midnight, and then the coloured bars would come up on the TV, or like Goodnight Kiwi. And I kind of wish they'd bring that back, because that would stop me staying up till midnight or 1 in the morning watching crappy reality love shows and have me questioning my life. So, I don't know what the halftime chats were, but Beyblade Blockers just coming out and looking a little bit more cohesive here, taking a little bit more risks with their offense as well, just coming out and being just a little bit more aggressive. I think it's confused about whether that jam is on or off, and I think it's off, and half the skaters knew that and half the skaters didn't. But there is another track right next to this, and the whistle bleed is quite hard to separate sometimes. But yes, it's just looking like they're trying a few different things just to try and see if they can kind of unsettle their opponent, which is awesome. To see that there's that problem solving going on, which is one of the things that I particularly love about roller derby is the problem solving that's involved in the sport, and the fast thinking. I often feel like I can put that on my resume when people ask me, "Are you good at problem solving on the spot?" And I go, "Yes, play roller derby, get my experience in that." So one thing that I've been seeing this weekend in our games, and I think this is things for young, jammers here that are, in their first, 1 or 2 years of derbs, is that the rules are your friend, and there's been a few incidents that I've seen in a few of the games that I've been watching where a blocker has gone down and then got up and run that, and the jammer's then gone back behind them. And absolutely, if someone who hits you out goes down or goes out with you, you can absolutely step back in front of them. You don't need to recycle yourself back. A little hot tip from me, who is not a jammer. But the rules are your friends, and I really do encourage newer derby skaters, and you know what, us oldies as well, to really use those rules to your advantage and get to know them, especially the jammer. No one wants to be eaten up by a 4-pack again. Okay, so I'm not sure what's happening. It's a little bit chaotic. Ooh. Short circuit there again. Just coming up against some butts. It's a great attempt to come and play offense there by Tara Fuego, and just to help their jammer a little bit there. Fires out there, I'd say everyone sit on ship. And we've had a star pass to 111 Siren. And has forced the call off. I just seen that my little friend Mad's watching when they should be enjoying their holiday in Queensland, but also sad that you're not here. I think I'd be right in saying that Mad will be watching this right now and feel quite proud about how her team's playing, but still you should enjoy that holiday. So it looks like Beyblades have managed to, in their first I guess 9 minutes of play in their second half, is get the same score as what they got in the first half. And to me, that's a massive improvement in gameplay and plan making and decision making, and I think that's awesome to see. So there's something that they're doing, that they're changing up. Just to keep their opponent having to think and not get too comfortable, which is awesome. So I can count 4 people right now doing the universal hands on hips derby pose. And looks like we had the jammer on that last, I didn't pick that up, sorry. We had the jammer in that last jam for Beyblades go to the bin. And so we have Swamp on a power jam again. And that was one of the things I certainly think that Swamp were able to really capitalise on in that first half, is that they got quite a few power jams and were able to get some big scores in those power jams. So this is something that would be interesting to see. It'd just be interesting to see how they defend those, if that was a conversation that they were having. Moldy Vixen doing some cool dance moves off the track and having a bit of a laugh about it. And we've got Cinder now coming round. Cinder having real trouble with Simba and Cinder, but coming round for their scoring pass, as well as we've got a Swamp blocker off to the bin. Sorry, I'm just having a geezer. It's that time of year where you're like, oh yeah, can't wait for a derby break. But then you're like, what am I going to do on my derby break? It's always a big question for me. I'm like, oh, I'm so used to going to the same place every night of the week to do the same thing, and now I've got to find something else to fill that with. Maybe I'll take up, pottery. Okay, so I think we had a timeout called by Swamp there. Just a little bit of a regroup. I think they probably would have just probably picked up that as maybe, you know, they're getting scored on a little bit more, and maybe they need to, like, this is that time where you're like, okay, all right, well, do we need to change up what we're doing to try and to make sure, you know, things don't get away with us. I always think it's that last 15 minutes of a game, or actually it's the third quarter, so the third quarter of the game, which is what we've just finished. I always find out, like, I find that when you're leading, it's that one where you can be your most complacent. Oh, we got Tumiki Booty jamming for Swamp there, and having a bit of a smile about it and pulling out some cool moves. Just being run back there by Beyblades, and White Jammer is out and scoring also, so we'll see if they're going to run it or going. Tumiki's just going toot toot and doing the train and pushing all those blockers up, pushing 3 blockers up. And Round On got their scoring pass and calling it off. And then shakes their head like, oh, man. But yeah, like going back to that, we're like in games, and I mean, this is a different experience for everyone, but I sometimes find it's in that third quarter, if you're up, you can get quite complacent in it, and then all of a sudden you get put under the pump, and then that last quarter you're having to kind of really regroup and scramble to make sure that, you know, you can take the W, but I don't know, different for everyone. And I always tell myself, I'm like, oh, it's that time. Okay. Dandy just being hit out by a 3 wall of white there and being recycled coming back. But Swamp are doing some recycling at the back too, being tidy Kiwis. And Swamp coming in with some beautiful, coming with some beautiful O there. Mayhem just making sure that that jammer doesn't get out the front, and bringing that white jammer back. Actually, I'm looking at the scoreboard. On my sheet, 273's name is down as Little and Fammy, and on the board it looked like Little and Gammy. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe I will go with what's on my sheet, unless somebody can clarify that for me in the chat. I would love that, because I think I would really love for my derby name to be a Little Gammy. And Simba there getting quick lead on the inside line, but number 2-2 Onyx coming out for a quick behind, so it's going to look like some quick points and go, and a nice little pirouette there on the outside line and a call off, but great pressure there from the White Gemma, and I'm guessing by their armbands they're with ARDL. I don't know what leagues people are from on this little thing. I'm going to make a guess. I know Tara's from Pirates. I know Short Circuit's from Pirates. Onyx looks like she's from ARDL. Okay. Right. Oh, look at this scrum. It's one of those balls where it's like, who's going to pop out and get lead? And it looks like Swamp got the lead, even though Stock is behind the white jammer. So love this. What's going to happen? Oh, points for everyone, I reckon. Oop. And although they are not lead, short circuit, number 5 is alive. Missed opportunity to have number 5 as their number. Is going round and is on a second scoring pass and has got 8 points. Look at that. And I think Stock was just told by the bench, you are lead. You can call it. So that was an 8-4 jam with Beyblades. Love to see it. Okay. Dandy on the line and sorry, I make noises when I don't know the outcome of things. Oh, so I'm thinking. So no lead yet. Still a bit of hitting and recycling going on. And number 9, Cinder for Beyblades, is out for lead. And a quick star pass from Dandy to Sonic. Dandy is now a wizard. And Beyblade's doing a good job there at holding the pivot back, who is now the jammer. They just haven't put the cover on their head yet. But Swab doing a great job there at just holding a nice strong 3-wall at the top. So even though they're lead, Swamp aren't going to make it easy to get those points. But 1 point at a time, and some beautiful footwork there for a scoring pass for Cinder. Again, Sonic getting put through the ringer there to push through a very strong Beyblades wall. Really nice. As a blocker, I'm partial to blocking, saying all the cool things blockers do. Blockers have not made it easy for either team's jammers today. There's been some good pushing in there. Okay, so Q-Dot. Q-Dot is in my Richter and Swamp do a joint home season, and Q-Dot is on my team, Naki, and just gets out there and is a real workhorse. See, I've got 3 of my team members out there on the track at the moment. Bit of FOMO. Beautiful little contact and turn there by Q-Dot. And I have somehow missed this again, but we've just had the Beyblades jammer off to the bin. Not sure what it's for. And back on with some urgency, love to see it. Oh, and just challenging that 3-wall there. Love it. Mayhem being a terror at the back. Just really good at presenting. May's just got great form at like presenting the back and dropping down low and just using those plow stops in contact. It's That's awesome. Just tear at the back and the tear at the front, and we've got Little Infamy is out. Gets a bit of a breather as they skate around the track, and Q Dot calls it off. And team timeout for white. Okay. I feel like Quaddy's not feeling very loved in the chat space there. We could all just talk about what we're having for lunch, because I'm looking at my clock and I'm like, oof, all I've had today is 2 coffees and 3 grapes. And I saw that the food truck outside has quarter chicken and chips, and that's all I can think about is chicken and chips. Lunch of champions. And the chips look good. I was like, oh, yum. Okay. Things are happening. People are on the track. Feel like that's psych online. What are you having for lunch? Oh, L and a steal for lead by Onyx there. So Beyblades for the lead. Brilliant. I love a timeout when you go out and you and you dominate. You just dominate and go, yep, cool, we've made a plan, we're going to go do it. We've got confidence. Let's go. Just smack beauty there, being a bit of a pest in those runbacks. And a little bit of a toe trickle on the outside. And Simba there also on a scoring pass and able to kind of get through that pack. Good attempt at recycling up the top there by Beyblade blockers. Ah, cheese toasty. Oh man, yum! Yum, yum, yum. There's nothing that's quite like a cheese toasty actually. It's like simple, quick, and a hunger quench. And cheese is just great. Alright, so we've got Short Circuit out again. Short Circuit, really, really great at just keeping moving, and that is what's got them lead, is they just keep moving to kind of to try and get the blockers to move, and then take advantage of the gaps when it's there. And then is really good at getting them lead. So we're able to get lead there and get a quick call off and deny Swamp of some points. And it looks like they got a good little 3 points there. But yeah, just really good at keeping moving, not letting like kind of the blockers settle on them. Because as a blocker, that's what I hate. I hate having to like keep moving and not have contact on the jammer and being forced to kind of move with my wall to and can't just quite get that contact, and it just makes it really susceptible to opening up gaps in the wall, and it's just great. So we've got Tumeki Booty jamming again and absolutely bruting her way through, and we've got Misty Mina there just making sure that it's not too easy. And a little bit of everyone sitting on their bums reminds me at primary school when the teacher would be like, everyone sit on the mat in e noho. And then everyone kind of looked at each other, had a laugh, and then got up and kept playing. Right, so Tumeki scoring past 4 points, and we've now got the Beyblades Jammer, which is Crash hey, Crash. Hey, this is their first jam today. Crash Guide, I think. Crash Guide, GYBE. And they got through the pack and forced the call off. Oh, beautiful. I think we need more B tournaments in New Zealand. Force people like me to retire and take up a different hobby. All right, so Cuda. Oh, again, it's a bit of a lay down, nap time. Pestilence did a great spoon there of Little Infamy. It was like a little spooning action. It looked really comfortable. Right, so we've got Cuda out for lead, coming round on the scoring pass now, and we've just got Little Infamy coming round, and they have now made their initial pass and also coming round to a scoring pass now. Swamp's bench quite happy just to opt with hidden quits. It is a long weekend. There are still plenty of games to be played, so I think this is Swamp's last game for today, and then they've got 2 more tomorrow. But yeah, it is a long day, so maybe we don't want to do too many long jams, just for my entertainment. All right, so beautiful. We got there Onyx. I feel like she's found her groove in the second half, just really seeing those gaps now, taking them quite quick and nimble to get out, and getting lead and scoring points now as Simba's still making their way around the track. I think Onyx would be one to watch out for over the next couple of seasons, and not be surprised if I see them elsewhere. Oh, I think there's been a penalty issue, and a little confused about how to get to the box there. And the ref is calling them back on. But hey, better than sitting in the box. She's like, oh, I can keep jamming. So Beyblade's doing a great job there at holding Simba, shutting down. So after that confusion, Onyx has then come out and scored their points. And that was the fastest second half I've ever seen. So final score, or unofficial score, I won't say final. 281 to, I'll just get Ship out of the way, to 89. Brilliant second half there by Beyblades. Absolutely doubled their score from the first half, and I think that's something to be really proud of. And to just hold on to whatever the korero was in the changing room, and that they were able to implement what they spoke about, I'm guessing. But yeah, really great, solid effort there to come back like that in the second half. Should be really proud of themselves. I am going to relieve you of listening to my voice now, because it's just being me. And I hope everyone enjoys the break. Make sure you come back on. I think there's going to be about a break of like maybe an hour, 45 minutes. I'm not too sure. No, there's not. Oh, there's another game. Oh, 2 more games. Oh, my God.
We only had 2 games today, so no more on this.
Oh, okay, no more games on this track. Here, like, if I read the piece of paper that was put in front of me, Quaddy wouldn't have to tell me. So there's one more game of the day, which is Richter and Beyblades. But there is a lunch break now that was meant to start at 1:20, so maybe, possibly, might be a bit of a shorter break than going. So make sure you head over to track 1 for the last game of the day. Have some kai. Make sure you give the love in the chat room. Give the love if you're on the stream and you're loving the quality of the stream, or just love roller derby. Make sure that you donate to roller derby streaming so that they can keep providing such quality stream to you. It is not cheap. Enjoy your afternoon, and I'll speak to everyone tomorrow.